This week we've traded in our 3-row SUV into something a little bit smaller. This is the 2020 Mitsubishi RVR, and we're going to see how it handles our family duties and take it on a road trip. So say hi, everybody. So do you guys know this car is called the RVR? What does RVR stand for? Does anyone know?
Nope.
It stands for Recreational Vehicle Runner. And for the last week, I kind of agree with that. This is a really good runner. You've driven it in the city. What do you think about the size of it?
Oh, it's very compacted. It's great for the city manure. It's really good in the traffic.
And there's lots of room in the back, yeah. So compared to our larger 3-row SUV, it is a nice, pleasant surprise to get into something smaller. You can do really tight U-turns. But one thing we've been doing, this is the holiday season right now, and we've been searching out some of the best holiday light displays, and this has been the perfect vehicle because a lot of these streets are very narrow, they're busy with a lot of people lining up to look at these lights, and yeah, this has been really nice compared to our larger vehicle, that's for sure. Speaking of light displays, what did you think of some of the ones that we saw?
Oh, I really like all the ones. The one we saw yesterday was surprised you, even with Santa actually going up to the chimney.
Yeah, they actually had a Santa and a sleigh and snowman and going on a singing snowman. Then we went to see one that had dancing lights, and you tuned your radio station to a certain channel, and you had a simulcast songs with the light display. It was pretty impressive. One thing that these displays have all in common are the people behind putting these displays up. They've worked tirelessly for, in some cases, months, putting them up just for our pleasure. And a lot of them have donation boxes for charities. So if you go and check out some of these displays around your area and they have a donation box for charity, put something in because it really is a good cause. So we're on a road trip now, the lower mainline where we're looking at those lights. It was pouring rain. It's been raining on the Sea to Sky Highway that we're on right now. And we're heading to Whistler. So I'm hoping when it's raining down here, up there, we're gonna get snow. Exactly. So for the Sea to Sky from October 1st to March 1st, it is mandatory to have winter tires. We have winter tires on this. Also, this RVR has all-wheel control, so you have all-wheel drive as well. And what's quite unique, especially in this segment for subcompact SUVs, is if you choose the all-wheel control, you have a 4-wheel drive button, and you can choose from auto, which it'll basically apply traction to the rear if it's needed, or you can go straight, just front-wheel drive, or you can lock 4-wheel drive. So if you want 100% full positive engagement, you can do that with this one. One thing I was a little bit concerned about is the room. We are going up for the weekend, and what's really funny is we just got back from 11 days in Mexico. That's why we're kind of tan, and we loaded up everything we needed for 11 days in this suitcase that you see in the back there. And for a weekend, we have loaded up that suitcase and more because we went from tropical weather into winter weather. So we have winter boots. We have all the winter jackets and the mitts, ski pants, skates, we've helmets. We've got everything, and it takes up a lot of room. And yeah, it all fit. So Cynthia, were you surprised that we got everything in here?
I was quite impressed with how compact the car is and how much we brought, and it's all fit right in there.
Yeah, we even got some crazy carpets. But yeah, it really is surprising, and it really surprised us how much we could bring. And we usually overpack too. So I told Cynthia we don't need so many jackets. The kids have their big winter jackets plus a regular winter jacket. And I think, you know, the jacket for in the car, like, yeah, way too much stuff.
I still sneak some more under my butt there.
Way too much stuff. So for 2020, the RVR has gotten a pretty major facelift. You have a new hood, new fenders, new bumpers, front and rear. What do you think of the looks?
Oh, it looks very planted and then looks really tough.
Yeah, it does look tough. It even has skid plates, and I like how they've made the shield grille. It's really wide. It's taller now, and the lights wrap all the way around to the side. By the way, standard LED headlamps on all trims, as well as combo LED tail lights in the back. We're in the top GT all-wheel control trim, and it also comes with LED high beams as well. All models get LED daytime running lights. So yeah, it's a good looking vehicle. One of my favorite things is the color. This is a brand new sunshine orange, and I like it. I've even worn my orange matching watch.
I got the matching purse.
And the matching purse, yeah, so we are oranged out here. Yeah, so the sunshine orange, highly recommend that. Now, only if we can get some sunshine here now.
Oh, there you go.
So now we get to the inside. By the way, this is the GT trim, so it gets all the bells and whistles. But on all models, you get a standard now 8-inch infotainment screen, and that comes standard with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The system is very easy to use. It's quite quick, simple. You have a volume knob, you got a tuning knob, you got a home button. Yeah, it's the way things should be. The GT trim gets leather, other trims get either an artificial suede material or cloth seats, but all come with standard heated front seats. This one has a heated steering wheel even. So it's amazing how well equipped you can equip these subcompact vehicles now. This has a proximity key, push button start, so you don't even have to use a key at all. Folding mirrors, and this one has this huge panoramic roof. It does not open, which doesn't matter to me. I normally don't open them, but I do like how much light it can bring in, especially on dreary, dark days like it is today. And this one has a funky LED treatment in them as well. So if you don't want that open, you can close it. One thing that we did notice though, at nighttime, it can be fairly dark in the back there, especially when we're trying to buckle them in. And that's because if you get the panel roof, you don't get a rear interior light. So keep that one in mind. It's not a deal breaker, but we did notice that. Hey girls, how's the back there?
Good.
Decent amount of room back there. Cynthia's, you have your seat quite far back actually.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
because she actually has some cargo, she just got a whole bunch of snacks in a big bag by her feet. But yeah, this vehicle would be suitable for a small young family, no problem. When shopping for an RVR, there are two engine options. There is a base 2-liter 4-cylinder. It has 148 horsepower. And then you have the larger 2.4-liter 4-cylinder, and that has 168 horsepower. They're both matched to a continuously variable transmission. This GT even has paddle shifters, so let's... It actually simulates conventional automatic transmission quite well. And this road can be quite hilly. And we've got 4 people in here, we have a lot of gear, and it has zero issue getting up to speed or getting up any of these hills. We've pulled over quite a few times, just I've been placing the camera in different spots. And merging back onto the highway, it's had no issue at all. So yeah, definitely, it's quite responsive. The ride is quite firm, and it does have a rugged type of feel when you're driving it. Now the good news is that if you opt for the larger 2.4-liter engine and you have all-wheel control or all-wheel drive, it barely registers on an increase of fuel economy. It's basically like 0.6 liters per 100K difference. So yeah, you're not taking a huge penalty for getting an extra 20 horsepower, more torque, and that all-wheel drive. Who is excited to go to Whistler?
Me!
Who wants to play in snow?
Me!
Me! Okay, we're here in Whistler, BC. Time for our mountain adventure. Millions of visitors come to Whistler every year. It's a world-class resort that features year-round activities. For skiers and boarders, there are dozens of runs on 2 mountains to satisfy skiers from all levels. skiing and boarding aren't the only things to do though. Here is something totally new. It's called Vilea Lumina. Just a 10-minute shuttle ride from the village. The experience takes about an hour to walk through, and during that time, you are transported into an immersive story about a search of a hidden valley. Along the way, there are amazing displays to give you clues and guide you. This is like nothing I've ever experienced. A stroll through the village and you'll find tons of restaurants, bars, and of course shopping, and the Olympic Plaza where you can stay warm by a fire, go for an outdoor skate, or of course just play in the snow, which my kids really love to do. Which kids don't? At night, the lights really transform the village into a real magical winter wonderland. All right, it's pretty hard to beat a weekend in Whistler in the wintertime, especially during the holidays. One of the highlights for sure was that Vilea Lumina. I had no expectations. It was mind-blowing to go through that winter forest type of a multimedia light story display. It was really magical, and it was snowing. So yeah, what did you guys think of that light show, you guys?
Good.
Yeah.
I felt like we were in a Disney movie or something.
Yeah, you felt like you were living the story. Yeah, so lots to do. I really hope to get back here. This RVR was perfect driving around the Whistler area. It's tight, you know, the roads are tighter because the snowplows have plowed the streets. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of snow to drive on to test out the real capabilities of that four-wheel drive system, but it is comforting to know with the all-wheel control system and the winter tires, this thing really can go anywhere that you would really need to. And one thing that really surprised me, I said this earlier, is we've downsized for the week, and I wasn't sure if this would be big enough. I think a vehicle like this RVR could be doable for a family after a week with it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it really fits what we need, and we packed every single thing we need in here. And then the girls are quite comfortable in the back, according to them.
Believe it or not, I don't know how, but we're actually going home with more than what we came with. I don't know how that happens. Maybe a little bit of Christmas shopping, and we forgot to take a picture with our bears. Maybe when they were younger, this would probably not work for us with two kids, because when they're younger, you have a lot more things that you're carrying, like strollers and different, diaper bags, and but now we are beyond that. We don't need any of that, and yeah, we have gotten everything in here, zero problem. So what's it cost to get into the new 2020 RVR? Well, the base model starts at just under $23,000. That is the front wheel drive version. And if you want all-wheel drive, that's gonna start at just over $25,000. The top trim that we have here, the GT with the all-wheel control, the leather seats, and all the bells and whistles, goes for just under $34,000. One of the biggest reasons why people buy Mitsubishis is for the low cost of ownership. And why is that? Well, one thing, it's the warranty. 10-5-5, 10 years powertrain, 5 years bumper to bumper, and 5 years roadside assistance. So that gives you a long time of worry-free driving. You can spend that extra time making new adventures with your family. The RVR is also available with a whole host of advanced safety features like frontal collision warning, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure alert, and blind spot warning as well. So that's it for today. If you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification as well. So from Whistler, British Columbia, ciao.
Ciao!
If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.